What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you're all doing very well. Gonna do a PTR video on Survival Hunter, my first impressions on Pack Leader Survival Hunter, and just the general changes that have happened to Survival Hunter heading into Season 3, because there are some talent changes, of course, that have happened. And then I did a Mythic Plus key as Survival Hunter Pack Leader, and that's going to include the new tier set bonus. We're going to talk about all that, okay? Yo, I really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe on the video. I gotta get some coffee. Bye. Let's talk about the changes quickly first. This is all that's happened so far. There's the three. Let me just look really quickly on here. Is this from today? I don't think there's anything else here for Hunter. Pack Leader. Oh, they did buff some of this actually. Yeah. We'll talk about this in a second. So they did nerf the tier set bonus, but I'll show you how good it is in a second. First and foremost, Survival Hunter, get to those changes in a second. The changes that are happening to Pack Leader are important. Shell Cover is getting buffed. I don't really know what got buffed here, but I know it's a buff. And then Better Together got updated. It's just damaged out by your pets, and the attack speed and tip of the spear's damage bonus. There you go. Nice stuff there. How the Pack Leader now displays an activation overlay when a beast is summoned. This is really nice. It has your kill command light up, and that's when you know you're going to summon a beast, which is very important because that's the only way to trigger your tier set bonus now is if you summon a beast, not if you just press kill command. So important to know that. Lunar Storm now resets the cooldown of Rapid Fire and Wildfire Bomb, and when it becomes available. This is super nice. So now you can game this a little bit if you're playing Sentinel. You can try to unload all your Wildfire Bombs, and then once Lunar Storm is ready to go, it'll reset that Wildfire Bomb and you can throw it again. You could kind of game that a little bit. Okay. Survival Hunter, kill command cooldowns resets no longer display an activation overlay. I don't know why they keep doing this. This drives me crazy. I'm so tired of them removing abilities that light up on my bar because that helps me see what's going on. So I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated by that, but whatever. We're moving on. Improved Wildfire Bomb has returned. Increases Wildfire Bomb damage by 8%. This is replacing Wildfire Arsenal, which was like the stacking buff, which was like an aura that you had to track. You don't have to track it anymore. You can just take one talent that gives you Wildfire Bomb damage and be done with it. Okay. Call to Herd has been redesigned. Kill Shot now deals 30% additional damage over 6 seconds. And then Born to Kill is right underneath Call to Herd, and it gives you increased death blow chance and more kill shot damage. Wildfire Bomb initial damage increased by 50%, which is insane. And then Ruthless Marauder we will get to in a second. Let me just talk quickly about this change here. So Call to Herd now applies a bleed. This applies to Bloodseeker. They have removed the Bloodseeker bleed. So you don't get a bleed from kill command anymore. You only get it from Butchery or Flanking Strike because of Merciless Blow. And the only other way to get it is if you take Call to Herd, which I am going to recommend that you never take this talent. Maybe in single target. In single target, like if you're in a raid, you could take Flanking Strike and Call to Herd, and then you Flanking Strike every 30 seconds, right? And it's going to give you that bleed for 8 seconds, which is going to increase your attack speed. And then if you get a proc of Kill Shot, you can fire that off and get an additional bleed and continue to get the Bloodseeker buff. But in Mythic Plus, I think you never take this talent. Unfortunately, I did in the video footage, so just bear with me on that. But I was testing stuff out, and now I realize that I think this is pretty bad in Mythic Plus, but in Raid, I could see it being a really good thing. So Bloodseeker doesn't do a bleed anymore. You have to get the bleeds elsewhere, but it still gives you the attack speed for the amount of bleeds that you have. And then Fury of the Eagle got massively buffed. Ruthless Marauder now says Fury of the Eagle's damage is increased by 10%, and it has a 100% chance to generate a stack of Tip of the Spear. You can get 3 stacks in total over the course of the channel. This used to be a 20% chance, now it's 100. So now you basically have 2 big moments where you're getting Tip of the Spear procs. One during Coordinated Assault, it gives you 3 stacks, and then the other one now is from Fury of the Eagle, which gives you 3 stacks. And then the rest of the time you're generating Tip of the Spear stacks just naturally from your kill commands. But it's nice to have these 2 separate kind of moments now, and you can have a really big upfront burst when you're going in. Like when you dive in, you jump in with Coordinated Assault, you go Wildfire Bomb, Butchery, Explosive Shot maybe, right? And then you can channel Fury of the Eagle, and you get 3 stacks back-to-back right again, and you can go Wildfire Bomb, Explosive Shot if you got a reset, maybe a Kill Shot if you got a proc. It's really nice to have such an upfront, you know, I like the way that that's built in now. So that's cool. Those are the main changes. Wildfire Bomb initial damage increased by 50%, which is super, super cool. That's it. These are my talents. And the tier set bonus for Pack Leader, let's read it really, really quickly, and then I'll get into the footage. Basically, pet damage is increased, and then when you summon a pet, it has a chance to give you stats, depending on what pet is summoned, like crit and haste and mastery, which is kind of cool. And then summoning a beast while you're under the effects of lead from the front will rouse nearby wildlife into a stampede. Lead by the front, of course, is when you cast Coordinated Assault. So every minute, you're going to get Coordinated Assault up, and you're going to press it, and it's going to give you lead by the front, and then your kill commands that summon a beast are going to cause a stampede of animals that are going to attack and do a crazy amount of damage, and stampede ends up being a pretty large amount of your damage. If you look here, you can see Stampede is right there. It's almost 10% of my damage. Over the course of this Mythic Plus dungeon, you're going to see it's actually even more. Let's dive into it. Here's the talents that I was taking in this dungeon. Again, I was taking Call to Herd. I do not recommend Call to Herd. I'm going to do some more dungeons on Survival Hunter later, but I'll just say right straight up that I picked the wrong talents here. This is an Arakara 12, and we do a first initial pull here. We split this first pull into two. I know this first pull usually is like a not a pull that you split into two, but I was trying this with other people, and they were Omega struggling if they were just trying to pull this all the way to the mini boss. So for now, we're splitting it into two. And then I'm not playing perfectly. Let me just say that. And also, my stats are really not that great. I only have like 22 to 24% haste. And for me, that just feels so incredibly low. Inside Bloodlust, of course, it's fine. But I feel like my haste is so abysmal. I hate it. I want it to be higher so that I have time to actually fit in all these GCDs. And especially because I'm trying to constantly fit in a kill command to proc Tip of the Spear. So I kind of hate that. And then I end up dying a bunch of times right here. I'm not even sure what I died to. I think it might have just been web bolts and stuff. But I end up getting wrecked right here. So I die... or maybe I don't die. Do I die? I thought I died. Oh, no, there's on the other key. I did this key a bunch of times. Then we run in here, and I'm starting off strong here. I've got Coordinated Assault coming back, which is nice. A lot of what you're doing on Survival Hunter now is the interaction between Wildfire Bomb and Explosive Shot. If you don't know, your Wildfire Bomb has a chance to reset the cooldown of Explosive Shot, and vice versa. It's this talent right here. So the Grenade Juggler, Wildfire Bomb has a 25% chance to reset the cooldown of Explosive Shot. This is a really important part of your gameplay loop and what you experience on a moment-to-moment basis. You fire Explosive Shot, you throw Wildfire Bomb, you get an Explosive Shot reset, you should fire it again. Like, it becomes a priority. Again, this is why I'm talking about requiring more haste, because you need to be able to fit in all these other globals. I should get my bleed going right now. My there we go, there's Butchery. So now I have the attack speed bonus. You can see we're doing a lot of damage here. Everybody starts bleeding, and we start doing a lot of damage. So we're doing 18 million right now, 18.8 million. That's me summoning my Stampede as well, because I press Coordinated Assault. Watch my damage go up when I press Coordinated Assault. So there's Coordinated Assault. I'm going to start pressing my kill commands, and it's going to summon a bunch of beasts. They're getting summoned right now. This is the Stampede. So you'll see animals kind of flying through, and watch my damage go up here. 5 million, 6, 7, 8. Suddenly I'm at 7, 11, 12. There we go. There's all my beasts flying over at the back there. So that's kind of how this works. You have this really big burst moment when you press Coordinated Assault and you do a couple of kill commands and you start summoning the beasts, and they get in there and they start doing crazy damage. So pretty good. 16 million damage. Like, it's not bad at all. And there's my Fury of the Eagle. Gives me 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear again. Means I can go like Explosive Shot, Wildfire Bomb, Butchery, which is exactly what I did. And then I got to reset on my Explosive Shot into another Butchery. And then I have to press Raptor Strike because my boar is charging through the enemies. And when he, depending on how many enemies he hits, it makes my Raptor Strike cleave. And my Raptor Strike applies Serpent Sting, which is really great. And if I'm... Anyway, the point is, like, again, there's that boar. He's going through again, and I'm getting another proc. You can see he's giving me 4 stacks of the boar there, and I have 5 stacks of Mongoose Bite. So pressing my Raptor Strike right here is really, really good. There the boar goes again. 3rd time's the charm. Boom. It's really, really good damage. I just feel like Survival Hunter is really GCD cramped. I want to press explosive shot because it procced. I want to press kill command because I need some of my beasts. I have to press raptor strike right now because the boar has flown through. And if I don't press raptor strike before the boar flies through again, I've wasted the proc. So I have to press raptor strike, and then the boar comes through, and then I press kill command into raptor strike, and then the boar flies through again, and I have a kill shot that needs to be done. I have a kill shot proc that I'm going to be able to do. That's going to trigger 2 additional kill shots and do a bunch of extra bleed, or not bleed damage, or whatever, just extra damage. It's like, there's just so many things. There's so many priorities, in my opinion. Wildfire Bomb, Explosive Shot, Kill Shot if it procs, Kill Command to summon beasts, Raptor Strike if I have the boar buff. Like, there's just so many things that I feel like my level of haste on this character is abysmal. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, but I'm pretty sure that I'm right about that. That you just need a little bit more haste for this to actually feel comfortable, because otherwise it feels horrible. I don't know. There's an explosive shot there, and then I'm gonna do a big Fury of the Eagle here. These feel really good. Big Fury of the Eagle. Boom. You can see those numbers. We're doing 9 million, almost 10 million there. All the hunters are doing good damage here. Those are 2 marksman hunters, and then me. And I fall off a little bit here. I got destroyed because my pet died for some reason. I don't know why, man. My pet just got clobbered and died there, so that was kind of dumb. Let's look at, this is the last mini boss here. See what happens. I think I do decent damage because this mini boss, I don't remember if he did this before, but when he does his shriek, he's about to shriek in a second and do a lot of AoE damage. And then he spawns a bunch of like little bugs. I don't remember him spawning little bugs before. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but there's Call of the Brood. I guess it's called Call of the Brood. What am I even talking about? I guess it must have spawned them before, but I just don't remember it. So anyway, there's all the bugs. I get a good butchery here, and then a wildfire bomb, and then a Fury of the Eagle. So I do crazy AoE damage here. These bugs need to die. It's not like I'm just padding or something. Like, they really do need to die. But yeah, I don't remember those bugs from before, but they must have spawned them. I'm just being stupid, I think. 7 million here, 6.5 million. Keeping up. We're doing good damage here. Our AoE damage is exceptional. It's very, very good. I'm happy with it. So if you want to know, how does it feel in general? How does Survival Hunter with Pack Leader feel? It feels great, honestly. The only issue I have is being GCD cramped and feeling like I want more haste. But otherwise, like, it feels great. The AoE damage is really good. I like having 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear from Coordinated Assault, 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear from Fury of the Eagle. I feel like my Tip of the Spear sort of economy is fantastic. I love it. Our mobility's still good. This whole Wildfire Bomb Explosive Shot game that we play, I like it. I enjoy it a lot, actually. I think it's pretty good. We're doing 3 million without Lust right now. I would highly recommend you Lust this boss. I think lusting the first pack might be a mistake. I don't know. Maybe that's... I guess you get almost an entire Lust back, right? It's kind of insane, actually. There's only 3 minutes left on Lust. Maybe you just go and pull more trash before this boss. I don't know. I feel like that would be the play, because I really think you want Lust on this boss. This felt horrible. This boss took so long to die without Lust. It's insane. I'll just keep going here. There's some AoE damage that we get to do. I get to do a Fury of the Eagle here, which is nice. Fury of the Eagle just feels great. They really... They reduced the channel time of Fury of the Eagle, like the total channel time. And to me, that just made it such a nice cooldown, because it channels pretty quickly. It gives you 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. It's just nice. It's just really nice. I like it a lot. More ads here. Good Ursals from the tank. Explosive Shot. Reset into a Wildfire Bomb. Didn't get another reset, but that's okay. We do a Fury of the Eagle, but that was actually really late. I shouldn't have done that. Get towards the end of the fight here. I'm doing almost 3 million. We're behind the other hunters. We're about 1 million behind that top hunter. So I don't know if Marksman Hunter is still tuned really high. I think they're bugged and tuned a little bit too high. So just be careful, please. Please be careful when you're assessing damage here. I'm here to show you damage, but I'm really more here to show you the functionality of Survival Hunter, because we're like 5 to 6 weeks away from this being released. So there's going to be more tuning. There is absolutely going to be more tuning. Don't even think twice about it, okay? So watch this. This is awesome. I was typing right now, and I just went, whoop. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But here's what's really cool. You ready for this? When you die, you don't go back to the start. You go to the new waystones, which happen to be right here. Yes, this is so nice. Every boss you kill in Arakara, in almost all the dungeons actually, drops a waystone. You don't have to fly back. You don't have to ride on like a bug and fly back here. You just instantly spawn back. This is going to save you so much time. It's actually amazing. It's really, really cool. There's my damage on the boss fight there, right? For bomb explosive shot, there's the bear, the fox. Fox is my pet. There's Stampede. There's that Stampede. There's 6.4%. Not bad. Here's some more AoE damage. Here we go. I'm going to do Coordinated Assault. Get rid of my Tip of the Spear procs. And then do a Fury of the Eagle and get my Tip of the Spear procs back. I think I messed it up, but whatever. We're doing about 8.5 million right now. Now my boar is charging through and I'm getting my Raptor Strike cleaving Raptor Strikes. Very, very cool. And we're keeping up. It's okay. We're a little behind. I keep messing up. I definitely kept messing up the when I press Coordinated Assault and the tier set bonus Stampede thing, like I kept messing that up a lot. I know I did. So again, take us all with a grain of salt. I'm not playing very well. I had wrong talents on. I have bad stats. Please, just I know I keep saying this over and over again, but people in my comments, man, every time they're like, yo, that damage sucks. I was doing that damage in Shadowlands. Your build sucks. That's literally the stuff I hear. I'm not even kidding. So take it with a grain of salt. This fight gets really messy. I don't know what's going on with these locusts. These guys do a locust swarm now, by the way. They have like an AoE pulsing locust swarm now, which is brutal. It's a nasty like healer mechanic. I think I turtled that one. Very annoying. Big Fury of the Eagle here. Into some Raptor Strikes. My boar is charging through. Refresh Wildfire Bomb. Trying to stun this guy. I move my stun. There we go. It's supposed to be Shift Q. Everything's moving on the fly. I gotta redo my butchery here. Got a kick there. Coordinated Assault is coming up. Here he goes. Coordinated Assault right now. We're gonna get 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. Oh yeah, I knocked them all away like an idiot. I thought I had Implosion Trap, but I had Explosive Trap. And there they go. And then we're dying to the Swarm. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. I have my heal, thankfully. Now I press Coordinated Assault, I think. There it is. 3 stacks of Tip of the Spear. If you're wondering how to track Tip of the Spear, go to the options menu in your game. I'll just say really quickly. You go to options and you type in personal and it brings up the personal resource display. Make sure you check both of these boxes. Okay. And that will bring up this bar right under your character and it will show Tip of the Spear. You can see I have 3 of them right now, which is awesome. Then I can get rid of them. Wildfire Bomb, Explosive Shot. I got a reset there. Another Wildfire Bomb. Didn't get another reset. That would have been kind of crazy. And then we have Fury of the Eagle, but I have Tip of the Spear procs right now, so I gotta be careful. There's the boar running through. I have the boar buff right there. 4 stacks means that my Raptor Strike is going to hit 4 additional targets, not just 1. It's awesome. Then I press Fury of the Eagle, so that was a big waste. I wasted all my Tip of the Spear procs there. This is the kind of shit that you don't want to do, okay? And I'm learning just like you guys are. I haven't played survival in like, I don't know, 6 months or something, or a year. So, you know, that's just the way it is. We end up dying to the damage. All good. Move on to the next pack. Fury of the Eagle. Love Fury of the Eagle. This time I'm trying to... Now I'm going to get rid of my procs. Ooh, I didn't get rid of them all. I had 2 Tip of the Spear procs before I hit Coordinated Assault. Very bad. Don't do that. Yes, I'm doing decent damage right now, but that's not the point. Now we press our kill commands. We summon our beasts. We're getting a Stampede, which is super cool. Get a Butchery Bleed going. We're doing about 10.5 million right now. We're probably going to die because that's just the way this thing... Yep, there we go. Unfortunate. There's the damage. That was Fury of the Eagle. Did so much damage. And then there's Stampede. Just our tier set bonus. So, yeah. It's really good. I hope you guys get a sense of, like, how this is kind of going and how it feels. We do get all the way to the end. And I do look at my damage at the end. Let's look. Actually, I'll just look right here. In the live game. What am I doing? Let's look at it right there. Our car echoes. I finished with 4.2 million. Again, please. Grain of salt. This could be way better. Just don't even think about it. What you want to look at, in my opinion, is Stampede damage, which is really cool. So this is your tier set bonus, and it's serious. This thing is seriously doing damage, and it just got nerfed. It got nerfed literally today, right now. So we'll look at this really quickly. Stampede damage reduced by 50%. This was after the nerf, so it's still doing my second highest damage, even after getting 50% nerfed. So don't be, despair. Don't be like cat despair. It's okay. Everything's fine. It got nerfed and it's okay still, which is really nice. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah, nothing else is really important here. I just wanted to say that. So Wildfire Bomb doing big damage, Stampede doing big damage, and there's the rest of it right there. So again, I think that there's a better way to build this. I didn't even have Sulfur Line Pockets, which was like tragic in my opinion, because I could have done, my Explosive Shot probably would have done, instead of 548 million, I think I calculated it. Instead of 548 million damage, it would have done about 575 million damage. So it would have went from like 10.7 to like 11, almost 12% of my damage. And that would have been really, really good. So probably more, actually. I'm not even sure. It depends when the Explosive Shot went off. But I didn't have Sulfur Line Pockets. I had Call to Herd, which was useless, as you can see here. Call to Herd did 0.7% of my damage. Yes, it gave me a bleed, but really I was getting my bleeds from Butchery. It was totally fine. So, yeah, there's a better way to build this. I will do more videos in the future of me doing better at this, but I wanted to give you a first impressions. My initial thoughts on Survival Hunter is that it is in really good shape. I think that AoE damage is exceptional. I felt like my boss damage was good. I was fighting for first place on bosses a lot. I really like the way that Pack Leader plays. It's super fun to get the Hog Strider procs from your boar and to have cleaving raptor strikes. It's really fun to press kill shot and watch all your pets go crazy. The way that this interacts with the new tier set bonus is fantastic. I love Stampede. It's doing a crazy amount of damage. So very good first impressions. If you're thinking about playing Survival Hunter in Season 3, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it, I promise. It felt really good to me, okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.